Why, hello again, and welcome back to our Disco Elysium adventure. Last off, we did some intro stuff, found our clothes lying about, figured out that we are a bit of a drunk, and now we're gonna talk to this guy. Garte, the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Empathy. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposefully ignoring you. Let's see. Let's see what he's up to. Let's look at the bird. A competent work of taxidermy, the white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drawing mugs, one of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is a great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola. The part of the world we're in right now. Perception. I love all these skill checks. This is so cool. I wonder if it would tell me if I failed one, or if it just wouldn't show it. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Okay. That's the great skua, right? Maybe we can impress him with our knowledge. Look, your buddy.
Over there.
Look, your buddy is over there. He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop. I talk to whomever I please. He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Alright, let's be a bit more confrontational. Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this? I mean, yeah, likely, but... See the owner, just a worker making his life hard. You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Okay, interesting. Take the body down. Murder. Oh my god, I did all those things? I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things. I don't appreciate your tone. That's no way to talk to an officer.
Oh, it's not?
He raises his shoulders like he's about to say something more, but then he gets a hold of himself.
You're right. It's not.
Alright. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I suppose it does say that, but I don't know that I would have that meta knowledge. He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject. We do need to get a drink. You can still pour me a drink, right?
I could if I were a bartender, but I'm not. I'm the cafeteria manager, so I won't.
I mean, you could, you just won't. Understood. Okay, that's enough out of him for now. What else do we have going on here? We can't examine that. Not just yet, anyway. Well, there's some people over here. Let's see. We've got this woman.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in an orange bomber jacket. Okay, everyone wants me to talk to my friend.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague.
Wonder if I could. Okay, I'll talk to him. We'll talk to him. Kim Kitsuragi. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same Enigma white rectangles as on your blazer. I'll shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Prison 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. I could try to invent a name for myself. Does my name really matter? I could be honest, but that'd be a little bit weird. Let's roll for it. Oof. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. It's so cool. It's very cool. But when I come off like a douche if I call myself that? That's very, very cool, but maybe a bit ostentatious. Yeah, it's kind of douchey. No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name, and you're one classy cop. Say it. Alright, I'll say it.
Yes, well.
He doesn't even process what you just said. Just moves on. Maybe he'll take it as a joke. Drama. Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an interdepartmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand. Oh my god. I love this. The drama art is so good.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
The cafeteria manager, yeah. What he means is he's been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. Let's see. Yeah, I just talked to him, the
If you
cafeteria
don't mind,
manager.
we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
The scene. This must be the murder scene they're talking about.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Got some coffee, so there might be some drinking noises. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Not yet.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay, busy.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
I don't think so.
So the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Okay, so we'll talk to the manager / owner, and we'll go out back. See. I think he knows from the symbols that I'm from the police. I don't need to let him know about my amnesia just yet. Let's get going. Task gain. Interview the cafeteria manager and inspect the victim's body. After you, officer. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check pockets. You mean you don't have a badge? I have a badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. No, it wasn't on me when I woke up. Report your badge missing. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. I'll be the one who decides that. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. He's a lieutenant. What does that make me? Are we like on the same level? It's unclear. Let's talk to this lady now that we've
Hello
spoken
again,
to this
sweetie.
man.
I see you met up with your colleague.
He looks at the lieutenant. The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Oh, no, Sweetie, look at me.
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin.
Simple or not, I am a bitter man. The years have taken their toll.
Take heart, officer. You're still a man in your prime.
Ooh. Well, we're getting a little side questing done over here. Kim, take a seat.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. So she's Lena, not Lena. Lena's husband Morel. They're staying with Gary just down the street. But she comes here for tea to hang out, okay. This Lena is wacky enough for a motley crew. Hire her on the spot. Yeah, right, you want to join our party? Yes, she is in a wheelchair. Astutely, how'd you like to roll with me? That's better. Well, if you're not busy, how'd you like to roll with me? Her eyes light up. Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, riddling backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Yeah, they don't know about serial killers yet. They're sequence killers. Roll us some cigarettes. I'm jonesing for a smoke. No. I think she might appreciate our sense of humor. Sequence killers? Oh my, she sounds impressed. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie. Well, who's to say we can't have more than one? A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. Tim. Of course! I forgot I had you. No. I know, but there are also side mysteries. Sequence killers and forays into the paranatural. Yeah, that's more my style. I can assure you with absolute certainty there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez. Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble, she turns to you. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Why, 3 heads are better than 2. Thank you, but she looks out the window wistfully. Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. She turns back with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Perhaps another time. Yes, perhaps. I've got to get going now. This is so interesting. So it seems like time advances when I talk to people, so I've probably got to be a bit careful here. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. Well, thank you. Let's see. I think we've explored and like touched on everything else in here. So let's talk to our man, the cafeteria manager, Garte. The man with an unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Mr. Garte, right?
Right.
Okay.
You run this place.
This will be funny because I'll butcher all the names and then learn about it like minutes later, and we can all laugh at me and have fun.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, still realizing he still does not know your name. Me, Precinct 41. I am... can I have a drink? We are still laser focused on our quests here.
No, you could not.
He leans in for emphasis.
Officer, I was thinking more along the lines of your name.
Well, you can't blame a guy for trying to get some quests done. Come on now. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet. No, let's let Kim talk.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
Interesting. Excuse me.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Sylvie. So we did note that the menu was written in a woman's handwriting.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. New task: who made the call reporting the crime? So we've got a body that was left for a little bit before the report. We don't know who called it in, and it's still there. This sounds like something we can use to call the Sylvie later. Yep.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Okay, so he's not from around here. He lives in Jamrock.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here, and I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Kinda looks like you're working here right now.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right then, questions. I got this. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Where's the body? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on a tree there. And how do we get there then? That's easy. See that door there? He points to the west. First you exit through that, then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence, a really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there, no need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through. Is that a naturally occurring hole or a feature that I've imposed on the place? Well, we'll ask the obvious. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. He doesn't know. He just said they hoist him up on a tree. Who is this they? Yeah, sometimes people will betray knowing more than they'd like to let on. Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, who did you mean by they? Oh! He's a bit surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers. That it was a lynching. Oh man, who's saying that? The locals, customers, people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. Alright, so there was a murder, maybe a lynching, or maybe it was, you know, someone tied up after the fact. We're gonna try our best not to jump to any conclusions here. And speculation has it that the union dock workers were responsible. We've got the Sylvie character missing, okay. Did the Debardiers themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor? I'm not sure what that means. Everyone knows the dock workers. I don't really know, you'll have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. Well, this person seems like out of touch. Yeah, people just going around lynching others because they're bored, you know? You mean the strike? Here we go. I've experienced. Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. Okay, so we've got these dock workers who are unionized. That's good. This guy, who's like a well-to-do manager, thinks they're just like bored and wanting to hurt people, but I suspect there's probably more going on than that. I mean, I don't think he killed him. I have another question. The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in. I'm glad you're making notes too. Why did Sylvie go away? She went away because none of your business. Have they not been telling you you're a cop? Am I not a cop? Everything is my business. I don't necessarily believe that, but let's push this guy around a little. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back, and because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. I do. The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you. Okay, so we've got Sylvie's number. This guy's hitting on Sylvie. Didn't go well. I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. I mean, yeah. I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. Kanye face, all things are exactly the same. Let's go with that. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. No, I think that's all for now. A task complete. Oh, we got 30 experience. Sweet. That seems huge. Not so fast, he points to you. You owe me 130 real. About even odds to running away. Do we want to do our little cop flex? I kind of don't like this guy. He's rude to me anyway. And he's like talking shit about the dock workers. I don't know you shit. Oh, he puffs with indignation. You don't owe me shit? Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money. He turns to you calmly. We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him, remember? From him. This is the proprietor, remember? No, he called me a name. Slur it. Sounded like extortion to me. Alright, calm down. What's this about? I think he's talking about maybe the drinks or the damage to the room. But we could try to play it off like, oh, you're extorting me for like, you gave the info, so now you have to give money. You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here, or some backpacking asshole off the boat. The next day when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money. Alright, what do I owe this place for? Let's see. He dramatically turns a page in the ledger. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work, so don't try to tell me you didn't. So that'll be 40 real in damages, so that's 120. Where's the other 10? Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work, maintaining the stability and order of Revocol. Alright. But what exactly is money, right? What are you, brain damaged? I'm just getting my bearings. Money is what grown people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or... He peeks into the ledger. Or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Where can I get it? Why do I need it? Give him some coins. Don't show him the coins. We've only got 5, right? We can't really pay for it. Why do I need it? Oh, let's go like... Yeah. For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. Yeah, such is the price of living in a capitalist society, right? If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us, me too. That's why I need you to pay me, he stops and says, mostly to himself. I'm not an asshole. Okay. There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. What happens now? He turns to Lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then... He shrugs. Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home right now? You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away? Oh, am I from the same area as this manager guy? I'll see what I can do. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. Creases line his forehead above the spectacles. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now. Okay, so we've got to use this guy's radio to get our badge and maybe speak with the station. And now we've got to pay for the damages. The man wants to say something, but thinks better of it. Good luck. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. I have no idea. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. I don't know, near? South, maybe? You really don't know, do you? I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? South maybe doesn't sound like anywhere you can stay if you run out of money. If I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building. Fuck it, Hobo Cop. No, we'll figure something out. Thought gained. Lonesome long way home. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. Sort thoughts. Oh my. Our thought cabinet. We've got this one. Problem. Internalized. I don't really know what that means. Maybe it just means like start thinking about it. We can't like click on these other ones. Okay, that's fine. Journal. Okay, so we want booze, smoke, sing karaoke, inspect the body, report your badge missing, figure out who called for the crime, maybe ask Sylvia about it, and get enough money to pay for the damages. Okay. And we found our shoe and interviewed the cafeteria manager. Okay. Interesting. Oh, what's the money up here? Sneaky, sneaky. What's that? Can I grab that? Is it just in the other room? I want in there. Okay. I suspect it's maybe just something where maybe you shouldn't be seeing from the other room. Can we go out? Leave the building. Skill points combine new thought cabinet slots or forget old thoughts. Okay, yeah, yeah, these are two entrances to the same building. The whirling in rags, I think. Let's see what we got. A hole in the fence that leads out to the body, maybe. And some stuff to inspect. Inspect some stuff. We can maybe process like streets and stuff, get our bearings. Electronic doorbell. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Let's see, we've got a main hall, hair salon maybe, boxing, 24th window, fashion, taxi, Flipstream, Revocall, Ice City. Okay. Well, let's explore a little bit more before we go into a whole new building. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Okay. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Respectable. Oh, can I talk to Kim?
Yes?
Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a, he considers the phrasing, a pissing competition. What do you mean? You don't know? His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia. I don't remember being in on anything. That's good. Tell me about it. New task, the pissing competition. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. It might be relevant. Can you tell me now? Later. His voice is unflinching. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Would you say it's a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question a moment before answering, "No, it's not a particularly mysterious case." Okay, why not? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. So we think it was a labor dispute gone, sort of like too aggressive. The supernatural angle. White male in his 40s, what more do you need? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Yeah. Then you're in luck because we're in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a peace, not just at the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself. Is this a strike then, or the first shots in a workers' coup? I expect the case itself to be less challenging when navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, that Revocall, cop militia, I don't know, and the Union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. The Union rarely overplays its hands. Let's see, so is this a strike or an attempted coup? Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it, okay. You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form. Haha, let's see, we've got the capitalist one. Grind the workers into a fine paste and feed them to the pigs. Yeah, socialism. You should grind the owners up and feed them to the pigs. I'm unsure which side to grind into pig's feed, knowing so little. It takes a while. And also nationalism. No. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feed will do anyone any favors. I am really, really smart. Oh my god, this is the liberal. Okay. I've spent the last 20 seconds deciding which side to ground into pig feed. Why? Because I like to be informed of my choices. Well, obviously we should grind the owners into fine paste. When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces. He makes a quick gesture towards his visage, where the shit would blow. From an imaginary fan. Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Oh, literally anything? Maybe you can tell me what you do know, help me narrow it down a bit. I do know that the guy behind the counter thinks some union people hanged a man. And you're not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? Yes, please. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirl and Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There's an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Does the briefing say who the victim was? Because I don't think we know about the caller. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Why didn't we know anything about the caller? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dockworkers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now, it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Okay. I don't know if I buy that, but it's certainly the premise that got us here. And the RCM is Revocall Citizens Militia. We're the police in the city. That's us. Okay. The RCM's the Citizens Militia, the police. The RCM, or the Revocall Citizens Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized Peace Corps of the occupied city of Revocall, the RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this. So our job here is to find the killer? That's right. Okay, cool. Secret task. Okay. Actually, that's all I need for now. Good, the lieutenant nods. I'd also like to talk about you a bit. Me? Yes, you? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. We'll work better with more rapport. Open up a little. What's there to know? No, I don't want to call the guy lame. I think we'll work together better with better rapport. That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? You don't look like other people around here? This is maybe like a racial commentary kind of thing. I'd be interested to know more about the makeup of this place. Let's see, that's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So from Seoul, Seoul. pronounced like the Korean city? I don't know. So is my grandmother, but from my mother's side, he shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's a part of the world, officer, a geopolitical entity, and a geographical division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, panisolary state west of the Insulindian Isla. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about it. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seoulite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular Revocolier. Okay. You're wearing glasses seems like a weird... What? That's correct. Legendary failure. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. Well, I wouldn't do that anyway. Just observing. I guess you don't need glasses then. Ooh, he's quick to the punch. Tell me a secret about yourself. No. Please. Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down. What's happening to me? Something the matter, detective? Another legendary failure. What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. There's nothing you can do. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself. Do you ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. But this isn't an old school case. I get it, you're one of those old school detectives. Respectful nod. So how do you, tap tap. So you're saying your brain just never chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? Yeah, he's an old school cop. So what, that makes you new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side. The lieutenant produces his small notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. We just barely got this one. You're super lucid yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special. That's all for now. Good, let's change the subject. Okay. I got some signage here. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Alpines. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Closed for winter, please use the main entrance. Okay. Well gosh, we're like 40 some odd minutes in already. This is gonna be quite a doozy of a playthrough. We've walked like a few hundred feet, but we've had some interesting conversations. We've got some new experience, some new quests, including the pissing competition. So I think we'll call it here for now. Oh yeah, we got a secret quest. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think we'll call it here for now. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.